Cause they niggas run their mouth. Cut this shit out.
I didn't even feel like doing this.
Yeah. But it's only illegal because that's what they said.
Yeah, because I don't see what was so illegal about me taking my own teeth home. It's not like I'm going to go take it home and build a weapon and build a spear with the damn wisdom. I didn't see, I mean, yeah, that woke me up big time, and as far as getting myself educated.
They make laws every day against us, and we don't know shit about it. Wake up. So, for example, go to the dentist, and this new law passed, we ain't hearing nothing about it.
See, you know what? What the judge will tell you when some shit happens to you, ignorance of the law is no excuse. So when you don't know, they pass shit so fast when you sleep, 300 and 400 damn laws. They know you cannot keep up with them, and then you get caught up. Then they'll tell you, well, you know, hey, it was in the book. All you had to do was go read. It's not our fault because you didn't read, because you didn't know. I mean, we have a lot of black lawyers, a lot of black doctors. We have politicians, and these are the people, although we busy and got stuff going on, and see, they know that you caught up just trying to survive. You're really not going to have a lot of time by yourself to go and get in all these arenas. But all these arenas control every aspect of our life, and that's what's created the bondage. So you really have to get involved with lawyers, doctors, politicians, because that moves the whole system, politics and law. And they're passing them laws every day. So
every
if
day.
you don't know them, and they're not going to make a point for you to know, even though it's hard, we are going to have to, and there are a lot of other people that feel, black people that feel the same way, but many of us are not just together. We're usually in pockets here and there. But the Internet has brought a lot of us together. So you're going to have to get with those kind of books. Y'all need to read the book by Neely Fuller.
Will you put it up on chat? Put it up in chat so I can.
Okay. Yeah, you need to read that book because it explains a lot of this and how we're still living in a white supremacist society. He was on here. Actually, you can listen to the shows I got in the archive with Neely Fuller.
Is it? Okay, I'm going to look for it. And
you can, I think, see some videos about him on YouTube where he's actually explaining this system about the code and how black people don't know how to speak properly. We're giving one definition for a word, and it really means another. Definitely, it's like y'all are already aware of what's going on, but like you said, now you don't know what to do about it. But you have to have a certain mindset.
Yeah.
To approach them because you're not going to win. If you go into them, they feel like a lot of our people get emotional, get the hooping and hollering. They know many of our people don't read. We don't really keep up with what they do and how they do it, understanding the psychology of how they fight us and how they keep us economically broken. So you can't do the same things that they do. You can't come at them that loud talking and hollering and fighting, and they consider you having no power because they know they've broken our men and they've basically broken us economically. So as a whole, what do we really do? And most of our people that have money, they're not going to touch these kind of issues. They're not going to really get involved in that because they know the white folks will take their money. And they don't want to be in a position where they ain't got nothing. So you have to understand that a lot of them people that's already got something, they not going to touch something like this because it'll damage their livelihood. Because like she said earlier, they going to consider you as a threat. You're a troublemaker.
Yeah, I didn't know too much about this stuff right here.
Well, I'm glad you're getting aware.
Because I know about the spiritual aspect of things, but as far as our history and what's going on, to be honest, I really didn't know all this stuff. Like when you was talking about the Moors and stuff, so that's why I just keep coming to your show. Cause
they don't want us to know because this is not required learning in school. They don't want. They don't
teach us that. Yeah.
They want you to stay a slave, stay dumb, thinking you're free, and you're not. And then when people happens. Well, they people say stuff like that to me all the time. I was just looking at comments on a video, and this white man talking about, I liked your show, and I laugh at your show, but it seemed like you are a racist. And I said, you're ignorant to call me a racist because only white people can be racist because to be racist, you have to have money and power. You have to be able to make decisions. So I can't be racist, but am I prejudiced? No, I'm not. But there are a lot of issues that I need to address with black people that ain't nobody trying to address. And he was like, oh, you're so stupid. What you talking about, it's everybody. Everybody's the problem. And I'm just like, wow, how can everybody be the problem? If you really knew the history of America and the history of the oppression of our people, then you would see is something that is not being dealt with enough. White folks, white Jews are always going to remind you of the Holocaust. They're going to sit up and cry and have a ceremony. They got a museum with our symbols on the museum. But then when black people talk about the Holocaust of slavery,
we need
why
to
y'all bring that up? Why y'all trying to start trouble? Y'all hate white people, don't you? That's not about hating white people. It is about tapping into your identity and being aware of the knowledge of your ancestors and your culture and your history of your people.
Yeah, that's what they say down here in South Florida. Each time you mention something or there's a group going on down here talking about righteousness and how to live, how to eat the proper way, the African way, blah, 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 it's all about, they are racist. But everyone is welcome. You just chose to not, be part of it.
Yeah, but we don't say that. They make sure that white people show how much they love each other, they love the culture, and their culture they stole.
Right.
But they even, wherever you see them, and it's an all-white group, we basically know that they don't focus on only bringing white folks in or creating a certain money condition so that only white people can afford to come. But nobody calls them racist because they don't come right out and say it. But then we're the only people on the planet, whenever we try to educate our people about the history and what has been done to our people and what's still been done, you are racist and you are prejudiced and you're not going to get a whole bunch of play. You're not going to get a whole bunch of airplay. But then at the same time, if you shuffle and you laugh and grin with them and you show them you hate yourself by dyeing your hair and wearing contacts, you still not going to get no play. So either way, so you need to decide which side you're going to be on. You're going to set up a fight or you're going to walk around with a dick in your ass with no grease. Because either way, you're going to lose in their eyes. You're not going to never get their approval by trying to look like them, trying to act like them. Because in their mind, and the person I see doing this real good, I can tell how her mama and the rest of them think is Paris Hilton. When I look at her and I see those shows she have, those reality shows, I'm dead ass serious because I be looking at them shows, but I be looking from a totally different place. That girl sees everybody non-white as her slave, and even white folks as her slave. Certain white folks going to be underneath her. That is how she treats everybody. And that's how white people in upper that control, the small group of them that control, see all the people at the bottom as useless eaters that they planning on killing, eliminating, and they're doing a good job at it, and see them as their servants. They have to have workers. They have to have a lower class society to feed on to be their workers so they can stay on top. So when you see her talking, you're going to be my pet, you're going to be my assistant. That's basically.
She says that?
Yeah.
She got a stupid-ass show.
I don't watch her shows. I don't watch.
Those are her terminologies.
I never paid. I never watched
she had a Jamaican girl on there, and I was just like, oh, Jesus, no. No. There was a black girl on there. I was like, oh, no.
They just did that probably just to throw a nigga in.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Because they were having a problem with her, like she had attitude, and I'm like, she's just defending herself.
You knew they were going to let her go because she...
They sure did.
Paris saw her as threatening. Oh, no, this nigga might whoop my damn ass. I can't talk standing up.
Yeah, I caught a few episodes on it, and, they
I never watched that silliness.
Took her toothbrush and trying to, clean the toilet with it and the whole nine yards.
That Chinese one did it.
Chinese.
He rubbed that toilet in
the
his
androgynous
ass,
one.
and he put it in his ass. Took it, dug it down in his pants, rubbed it around his ass, and then when they put the girl toothbrush back in there waiting for her to use, but she was smart, he picked up on it. She said, something doesn't happen. I'm not going to use this toothbrush.
Exactly.
And it's not just silliness. See, that'll give you a good idea of how these people see us. And
that's right.
About a year or so ago, they caught her because they wouldn't let her in no club, and she said, "Oh, they wouldn't let us in the club. They treating us like niggas."
I didn't see that one. I didn't see that episode.
Oh, it wasn't an episode. She was in the street for real, and she didn't know she was being filmed because it's even racist in California where certain clubs only white people can go into, and black people can't go into them. So when they wouldn't let her in, she was like, "Oh, they treating us like they treat the niggers. They won't let us in." Yeah, this was real.
Oh,
God. This Jamaican girl said this.
No, Paris Hilton said it when she went
in
a club, and they called her. Calling black
I never liked Paris.
Niggas.
I never liked Paris anyway.
Oh, my
Her
God.
nose was just, her face was
That's
just
bad.